Alan Moss at the time was the
Yep.
CEO. He knew that China was an emerging place that they needed to understand. So then we set up a joint venture between the Chinese government and Macquarie Bank. A couple of years later, it became very clear that the Chinese were not going to pay Macquarie the sort of fees that they needed to earn. But right at that time, again, for context about China's thinking and its strategy, they knew that they didn't have raw materials to drive their manufacturing sector, and they wanted security of supply. So one of the reasons that they were interested in engaging with us is because they didn't have confidence in dealing with international organizations, and they thought that we did.
Okay.
So the first deal we actually did for them that I think gave us a lot of credibility for our mining activity in China was we did a deal with Alcoa at the time, and Paul O'Neill was the CEO. Paul O'Neill became the Treasury Secretary of the United States later. And he was the person who said, I'm going to do a kind of sweetheart deal with the Chinese government because I know that China is going to be so important to Alcoa's future. Now, what transpired is the Chinese got a great deal. I'm not sure Alcoa got the access that they expected into China. And I think that's the story of a lot of Western companies' engagement into China. We then got fascinated by the Chinese mining industry.